Welcome back to our channel, where we hope the grace of Christ fills your day with peace and joy. Today, I want to share a profound and life-changing message that came through Ivan Dragicevic, one of the most revered visionaries from Medjugorje. This extraordinary encounter began in June 1981, when Ivan first experienced the presence of the Virgin Mary in the Bosnian village of Medjugorje, a meeting that would not only change his life, but the lives of millions of people around the world. Since that moment, Ivan has been granted numerous apparitions, each filled with divine wisdom and messages of hope. Among the most significant of these are the 10 secrets revealed to him by the Heavenly Mother. These secrets are believed to contain pivotal insights about the future of humanity, events and changes that may one day shape the course of history. The very first appearance of the Virgin Mary marked the start of a deep spiritual transformation for Ivan, who began to receive messages that would guide him and countless others on a path of faith, prayer, and spiritual awakening. The Virgin Mary, radiant and serene, offered Ivan words of trust, comfort, and wisdom. One night in October, he experienced a particularly powerful apparition. With divine clarity, the Virgin Mary outlined spiritual practices crucial for serenity and growth. These included fasting, prayer, scripture study, confession, and a commitment to heartfelt, sincere prayer. The clarity and peace Ivan received in that moment profoundly deepened his understanding of the spiritual life and his role in sharing this message with the world. But perhaps one of Ivan's most profound experiences came during a vision of his mother in heaven. In this vision, his deceased mother appeared surrounded by a glorious light, radiant with joy as angels attended her. This encounter not only comforted Ivan, but reinforced his belief in the eternal nature of life and the presence of the Virgin Mary in our lives. Overcome with emotion, Ivan called out to his mother, and to his amazement, she responded gently, "Yes, Ivan, my son. Don't be afraid, there is eternal life. The Virgin Mary is always with you. Continue your good work and spread her message of peace and love." This vision solidified Ivan's mission, renewing his sense of purpose and determination. He returned to his spiritual calling with a renewed zeal, particularly focused on the importance of family life and marriage. The Virgin Mary revealed to Ivan that families were under attack by forces of evil seeking to undermine the sanctity of the home. In one of her apparitions, she emphasized the importance of family prayer as a powerful shield against these negative influences. "Families need to pray together," she said, underlining how essential it is to build spiritual unity within the family unit. Ivan's message is clear. The key to facing the challenges of our times is to return to the foundational practices of faith, prayer, and unity. It is through these acts of devotion that we can withstand the trials of life, overcome spiritual adversities, and protect the sanctity of our homes. The Virgin Mary's call to us is one of love, peace, and protection, urging us to prepare spiritually for the road ahead, trusting that God's strength and grace will guide us through any storm. As we reflect on Ivan's powerful experiences and the messages he shares, let us remember that these teachings are not just historical events, but present-day invitations to transform our lives. Let us commit to the practices of prayer, fasting, and reflection, knowing that through these, we are drawn closer to God and protected by the loving arms of the Virgin Mary. It is through her intercession and the grace of Christ that we will find the peace and strength needed to navigate the difficulties of our world. Thank you for being part of this journey. Let us walk together in faith, embracing the power of prayer and family unity as we move forward in these challenging times. The Virgin Mary's message to Ivan Dragicevic was clear. Family prayer guards against evil. It is a powerful safeguard, a shield that not only protects but also fosters unity and strength within the family unit. She urged families everywhere to come together in prayer, to strengthen their bonds, and to prepare for the trials ahead. In response to this divine calling, Ivan dedicated himself to organizing retreats, workshops, and prayer meetings, gatherings designed to help families reconnect spiritually and to withstand the challenges and adversities that could arise from spiritual attacks and worldly temptations. Ivan's mission was unwavering, though it often went unnoticed by the broader media. Despite this, his faith burned brightly, and his efforts became a beacon of hope for those who heard his message. His aim was simple yet profound, to ensure that families had the tools they needed to stay strong in the face of life's difficulties. He understood that when families pray together, they build not only spiritual fortitude, but also a profound sense of unity, which could protect them from forces seeking to tear them apart. One of the most significant messages Ivan received from the Virgin Mary was a grave warning, a time of profound hardship was fast approaching. The Virgin Mary revealed to him that humanity would soon face extreme trials, times that would challenge people's faith, endurance, and ability to stay true to God's calling. In response, she instructed Ivan to spread the word, emphasizing the importance of prayer, regular confession, the Eucharist, and a deep commitment to living according to her teachings. While these hardships would seem overwhelming, Mary assured Ivan that those who remained faithful would never be left alone. Her presence, she promised, would be with them, guiding and comforting them through the darkest of times. Driven by this sense of responsibility, Ivan quickly took action. He connected with as many people as he could, spoke with church leaders, and organized even more prayer meetings, knowing that preparation was essential. The message was urgent, the time to turn back to God was now, before the coming storm. His words resonated with many, and as the faithful gathered in prayer, a powerful surge of hope and devotion swept through the region. People were waking up to the urgency of spiritual preparation, recognizing that the foundation of their faith would be their refuge in times of crisis. The day of reckoning finally arrived, and with it came a devastating earthquake, followed by a series of natural calamities that ravaged cities, decimated communities, and spread fear across the world. In the midst of this chaos, Ivan remained steadfast. When the earth shook beneath his feet, his faith stood unshaken. He continued to pray, asking the Virgin Mary to watch over her people. And in that moment, he felt her comforting presence beside him, reassuring him that she was indeed watching over them, guiding them through the confusion and turmoil. Though the aftermath of the disaster was filled with loss, suffering, and grief, the communities that had embraced the teachings of the Virgin Mary found solace in their faith. They banded together, offering mutual support and rebuilding their lives with renewed hope and determination. Ivan, never wavering in his mission, continued to guide his people, showing them that even in the darkest moments, faith and community can restore what was lost. Every day became an opportunity to demonstrate the strength of prayer, the power of unity, and the resilience of a heart anchored in God's love. And through it all, the words of the Virgin Mary echoed in Ivan's heart. "Do not fear, my presence will always be with you." These words gave him, and all who believed, the strength to face the trials ahead. With time, the earth began to heal. The villages that had been torn apart began to rebuild, not just physically but spiritually, with a renewed sense of strength and optimism. Ivan's mission continues to inspire countless people to come together in prayer, to strengthen their families, and to prepare spiritually for the future. The teachings of the Virgin Mary are not just warnings, but calls to action, offering us a path to true peace, security, and hope. As we heed these messages, we are reminded that no matter what hardships we face, we are never truly alone. God, through the intercession of his mother, stands with us, now and always. Ivan Dragosevic's unwavering faith, a beacon of hope. And prayer, the experience of Ivan Dragicevic has become a living testament to the transformative power of faith, prayer, and community. Throughout his life, he has come to understand and embrace the profound benefits of religious devotion, witnessing firsthand the mighty hand of divine providence and the depths of human suffering. Through all these trials, Ivan's mission has remained resolute: to spread the message of the Virgin Mary and inspire others to embrace the path of faith, love, and hope. The early years after the devastating events in Medjugorje were filled with turmoil and uncertainty, but as time passed, the community began to heal. Despite the challenges, the people of Medjugorje remained steadfast in their faith, their hearts full of hope. Churches were filled with devoted worshipers, families gathered in prayer, and the bonds of unity grew stronger with each passing day. Ivan, now advanced in age, became a living embodiment of the perseverance and devotion that the Virgin Mary had always called for. While the number of apparitions had diminished over the years, Ivan's love for the Virgin Mary remained unwavering. Every day, he drew strength from prayer, the grace of God, and the loving support of those around him. His faith, deeply rooted in his own experiences and the messages he had received, continued to inspire others. Ivan had become a beacon of hope, not just for the people of Medjugorje, but for believers across the world. Then one day, in the quiet solitude of his prayer chamber, Ivan was once again graced with the presence of the Virgin Mary. As the light enveloped him, a deep sense of peace washed over his soul. In that moment, the Virgin Mary spoke with tenderness and clarity, reminding Ivan that his mission was far from complete. "Ivan," she said, "your work is not yet done. Much work remains to be done. You must continue to guide my people and spread the good word of peace and love. Ivan, filled with gratitude and resolve, promised with all his heart, Mom, I promise to do everything within my power. And so his journey continued. Ivan's story is one of profound faith, enduring devotion, and an unshakable commitment to spreading the Virgin Mary's message of love and peace. From a small village in Bosnia to becoming an influential figure of faith, Ivan is a living example of how divine guidance can illuminate the darkest of times and lead us toward the light. His life journey exemplifies the strength of the human spirit, the importance of prayer, and the vital role of community in facing life's trials. Through Ivan's experiences, we are reminded that the teachings of the Virgin Mary, love, sacrifice, and prayer, are the key to finding true peace and salvation. His ongoing mission to guide others is not just a personal vocation, but a universal call for all of us to live in alignment with divine truth, to embrace the power of prayer, and to build stronger, more compassionate communities. Ivan's unwavering commitment to his mission, even in the face of extreme adversity, shows us that faith is not just a belief, but a transformative power that can guide us through the storm. His story is an enduring reminder that even in the worst of circumstances, faith can lead us to hope, healing, and renewal. We all have moments in our lives when we are tested, when everything around us seems to be falling apart. It is in these moments that Ivan's example becomes especially significant. His faith, rooted in prayer and a deep trust in God, guided him through the most difficult of times. Through his devotion to the Virgin Mary and the sacraments, Ivan found the courage to keep moving forward, and in doing so, inspired countless others to do the same. As we reflect on Ivan's journey, let us take to heart the lessons of love, prayer, and community. His life reminds us that no matter how difficult the road may seem, we are never alone. With faith in God and in each other, we can overcome any challenge and find peace even in the midst of turmoil. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. What are your thoughts on Ivan's inspiring story? We would love to hear your reflections. Don't forget to hit the bell icon and subscribe to stay updated on our future videos. We appreciate your support and involvement in this spiritual journey.